Am I live? I can't tell yet. Yes, I am live. I'm very excited about that. Let's see. Happy Monday. Going live. Let's see, we're going live here. Never. I'm live on Twitter now, maybe? Dang it. Okay, y'all. Sorry about that. I'm trying to go live on multiple platforms right now, and I had everything lined up, but it tapped out on me. So we're going to try this again. So, I appreciate y'all's patience. Happy Monday. Happy Monday, folks. Happy Monday, people. Hey, Nelson. Hey, baby. How you doing? I'm so glad you popped in. Okay. Sorry, y'all. I'm being an old lady right now because I don't know what I'm doing. Ooh. Okay. I guess we're not going to go live on Twitter then. Thought we were going to go live on Twitter. Let me see. I don't know. I appreciate you again. I appreciate y'all's patience. I am just figuring out how to do all this. I tried to have it all queued up, but clearly that's what I get for procrastinating on getting myself ready. That's fine now. Okay, let's try this one more time. Lord, y'all don't judge me. Week 3. Thank you, Brianna. Week 3. We are back for the 3rd week, okay? Oh my gosh. And of course, I still ain't got this figured out, but whatever. It's a 3rd week, okay? I appreciate you noticing. I appreciate you caring. Let's see. Reading with me. Book emoji. Save. Let's try this one more again. All right. We got Instagram. We got Instagram going now. So we got Facebook going. We got Instagram going. Let's see if we can get Twitter going. I don't know. I'm trying to do it on a tablet, and I don't know if the tablet wants to be something that can go live. So let's try one more again. And if I just can't put a caption on it, it is what it is. I wonder. This lets me know I need to go ahead and upgrade my dang on. Ooh, that was not cute. Excuse me. Hey! Oh, y'all really in here. Hey, y'all. Okay. All right. So let's try this. If it doesn't work this time, it did not work. Okay. It is what it is. We'll figure out another way to go live on Twitter. Today is not that day. I hope y'all are doing well today. I hope y'all are doing well. I hope y'all are having a beautiful, beautiful day. I hope y'all are having a beautiful day. Happy Monday. That rain was something special this morning, wasn't it? We're not here to talk about rain. We're here to read. Hello. So it is Monday. I hope y'all had a great weekend. Tell me about y'all's weekend in the comments if y'all had a really good weekend. What are the earrings? Where did I get this? I want to say I got these at Charming Charlie's, but they are like a rose gold. Can't really see it. Hold on, I'll take it off and show it to you. They're a rose gold earring, and it's like a flower, and it had a matching necklace, but the necklace looks terrible. But I like them for whenever I'm wearing like pink and stuff like that. They're very rosy. The brightness on my thing is all the technical difficulties today. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. All right, y'all. For real. Welcome back to Reading with Miss Taylor Said. I appreciate y'all's patience with me today as I figure out all my technical difficulties and everything like that. I hope y'all are doing well. I hope y'all are doing well. We are reading Lisa Nichols' Abundance Now. We're reading Lisa Nichols' Abundance Now. And I do this every Monday. There probably is one. I just don't have the technology for that yet. I'll figure that out. We're working this out, Brianna. Every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, Monday through Thursday at 6 p.m., I read a book. And currently we're reading Abundance Now by Lisa Nichols. I read on live from 6 to 7. And I'm doing this right now in an effort to accomplish certain goals that I have. And some of those goals are reading more books and actually finishing the books that I own and, actually going through them and getting to the end, because I have a whole lot of books. One of these days, I'm going to put my books in the background so y'all can see just how many books I actually have. I have a lot of books that I've started and I've purchased, and I've either not started them at all or, whatever. And I started, but I want to finish reading them. And so one way I can do that is by reading with people, because, it's been a long time since I've been in a classroom where, you do the popcorn reading and everything like that and have that anxiety of like practicing the words before, you get picked and everything like that. I also have particular career goals. I need to write this down so that I can say the same script every time I do this. I have some goals, some personal goals as well, that hopefully include me reading a teleprompter and things like that. So in an effort to get more comfortable with reading aloud, with public speaking, with speaking in front of an audience and engaging and things like that, I'm doing this. So I appreciate you stopping in. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you watching the playback if you watch the playback. And we can go ahead and get started. We are in chapter 2. And if you missed Thursday's reading, please go back, because Lisa had a word for us. Lisa definitely had a word for us. And it was good. It was a good word. It really was. And so if you missed it, go back to Thursday. The playback is on my page on Instagram. It's on Facebook. And go get you some of that, because that was a good word that we had. I'm still trying to figure out where I want to be. Right there. Okay. Anyway, so we are in chapter 2. The next section, let's see. I think, yes, the last section we left off on was get comfortable with playing big. And I reread that section several times last Thursday, so definitely go check that out. And if you're watching this right now, go ahead and like the video, share it with people, tell somebody, that Taylor's on live and you need to go watch this right now because she be reading. You don't have to say that directly, but the next section that we're going into for chapter 2 of Abundance Now by Lisa Nichols is one of these days I'm gonna get the lighting right. Amplify your game, start expanding every area of your life. Amplify your game, start expanding every area of your life. Make sure you have your notebooks ready so you can take some notes. Once you master the mindset of an abundant, prosperous life, you can begin to amplify your game in earnest. To do that, you'll have to build a new infrastructure for your life. This isn't always easy, but with a strong foundation in place, you can begin to enrich yourself and grow into your destiny. What are the necessary pillars of this foundation? If you're taking notes, go ahead and start writing notes down. Pillar 1, grow in knowledge. One of the biggest lessons I learned was that I couldn't transform my life based on the limited knowledge I had at the time. So I had to find out what I didn't know. So amplifying your game is not just about doing more, it's about knowing more. Because we like to read around here. Okay. Pillar 2, work for a goal that's bigger than you. Beyond expanding your knowledge, amplifying your game also includes the willingness to work for something that's bigger and grander than you. It's that woo-woo conversation that you've heard about leaving a world a better place than it was before you arrived. When you subscribe to something greater than you, it causes you to become a better person. It causes you to want to put your ego, or ladies, your she-go, aside. It causes you to want to expand your knowledge and your physical strength and deep dive into your spiritual awareness to create something or to be a part of something that's greater than you. Pillar 3, recognize that you'll need help to expand your impact. Even leaders need help to take on the greatest task of our generation. So recognize that you need a team. Either get off your island or at least build a bridge so that people can get to you and work with you. Start identifying people who align with your dream and who can become enthusiastic about your goals alongside you. Pillar 4, practice self-enrichment in action. Oftentimes, self-development and personal growth can become static in people's minds. It becomes something that they do versus something they live. They might journal at night by themselves or attend seminars on the weekend or even go away to a retreat. But self-enrichment has to be made into an active verb. You can't just study it, you have to live it. You have to live it. This brings to mind what I've often heard from people I've worked with. They say, you know what? I'm tired of planning. I'm tired of thinking. I'm tired of goal setting. I want to start doing. I want to start seeing my goals come to fruition. Self-enrichment lives in the action, not the planning. Taking action, even little baby steps, moves you from constantly planning to actually doing those things that will get you to your goal. Self-enrichment is that act of creating 1,000 micro wins so that you can have one macro win. All right, so 4 pillars: grow in knowledge, go out there, seek the knowledge, go out there, and if there's something that you want to do, go seek that knowledge. One thing that I want to do, one example of how I have gone to seek knowledge is, I can even go back a little further. One goal that I had earlier this year, and it was nice to, experience it. And at some point I'll do it again. As some of you know me from college. And if you know me, you know that I didn't finish. But this year I had actually wanted to go back, and I applied and I got accepted and everything like that. However, financial aid stuff didn't work out. And so I wasn't able to actually go to class, which was fine, which I actually was very happy that didn't work out for me, because I was on campus for 1 week with the new COVID regulations and things like that. And it was so desperately unpleasant. So it was supremely unpleasant. It was unpleasant because for me, going to school and expanding my knowledge involves a lot of conversation, a lot of discussion, and a lot of in-person interaction for my learning style. And if I'm not able to have that conversation easily and it's not able to flow, I'm not going to retain a lot of the information, which is why this is a great way for me to also expand my knowledge. However, the reason why I wanted to go back to school was because not just to finish my degree, because finishing is something that it's important to me, but it's not, thank you. It's important to me, but it's not my highest priority right now. However, I knew that with what I wanted to do and what I want to do and what I will do, amen, because we speak things into the existence and manifest around here. What I want to do, I need to be able to have knowledge on hand. If I want to be someone that speaks about activism, that speaks fluently about things to do with African American history, the African diaspora, and things like that, because that's my major at UNCG. That is African American and African diaspora studies. If I want to easily talk about, women's and gender studies and things like that, I need to have the knowledge. And when you're out of school for a while, because I've been out of school since 2013. So when you're out of school for a while, your mind gets out of that like learning, that constant spongy learning mode sometimes. And I've wanted to just get more knowledge, because I want my brain to work like it did when I was younger. I want my brain to be, tuned in and things like that. So growing in knowledge is something that should always be pursued, and something that we're constantly doing. And that's one of the best things I learned from my dad. When I was growing up, I talk about this pretty often. When I was growing up, him and I were seekers of knowledge. And so he would learn something, or he would read something, and then he'd print out a whole packet to bring home to me and be like, read this so we could talk about it. And so it's like seeking knowledge is super, super important. The second pillar was work for a goal that's bigger than you. That actually made me think about the song by Beyonce, I Was Here. And just knowing that you are not alone in this world, and the world doesn't revolve around you. And I mean, your life is about you. Your choices are about you. However, your purpose in this world is bigger than you. It's always going to be bigger than you. And you and every individual is a part of the collective, and the collective has to work together in order for us to be a better society, because we all have to live together. And being a human is about community. Being a human is about coming together, working together, build, those things. Like I just said, community. So you really have to find what it is and what you want to contribute to the world. I have things that I want to do. I have spaces that I want to work in, because I want those to be my contributions to the world and to the collective. And so finding something bigger than yourself, not only in your spirituality, but also in what you contribute, is important. The next pillar was recognize that you'll need help to expand your impact. Ask for help. People have lots of functions. All I've been thinking about for the last 3 weeks since I've started this is I've been thinking about all the people I know that are on my timeline, on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, whether I know them for real or I've just been following them for a while, that sell things, that sell services. I can name you people right now. You want to you need help building your resume, finding a job, getting your cover letter together. Guess what? Jaleesa can help you with that. Whitley Professional Services can help you with that. Boom. You need a sweater or a hat or a scarf. I know 2 girls that crochet. Cece and Morgan, they both crochet. Go get you a scarf. You need bruh, I got like 10 people selling candles on my timeline at any given moment. The person I buy from right now, Delia, highly melatonated. Okay. Who else? Who else do I know that sells stuff? Bree Simone. Where's she at? She sells teas, elderberry, things like that. Naomi does the same thing. She sells elderberry herbal remedies and things of that nature. I know people that do birth work. I know people that do all kinds of things. And how can I how can I want people to show up and listen to me run my mouth if I'm not going to sit here and tell people and use my mouth to tell people about who I know and what they do? We don't have to go to Walmart to get stuff. We don't have to go to Walmart to get stuff. I mean, there is stuff we have to go get at Walmart, but there are certain things that we can get from the people that we know. And I know people, and you know people. And honestly, those people, we can all work together and come together to build something even bigger than ourselves. So recognize that you are going to need help to make the impact that you want to make. And it's not just, it's not just like what I'm saying right now, where it's like I know people that do have services and products that they sell, to promote them, but also, even in the things that I want to do, I know people that have podcasts that could help me with that. I know people that there are people that have better skills than I do. And it would be a disservice to myself to try to force myself to do things that I'm not necessarily good at. And it doesn't hurt me to get the knowledge, going back in that knowledge part, to grow in the knowledge of things that I'm unfamiliar with, so that I have an idea, so that I can be self-sufficient. But if there are people that are talented and work in those areas, who am I to rob them of an opportunity to do what they know how to do, and rob myself of that opportunity? And the last part was practice self-enrichment in action. This is actually an excellent time to start doing. And if you're a spiritual or astrology person, you know why. But I'm sure you guys have been hearing about how, like, today there was a solar eclipse and there's a new moon, and Jupiter and Saturn are coming together as two cute girls in the sky next Monday and things like that. It's like literally the stars are aligning for you to start doing the things that you want to do. So if you have that list and all those plans, right now, and I'm not even kidding, I'm not even like exaggerating, right now is the perfect time to start doing that. Do it. That's why we're here. And sure. Okay, so the next section. Y'all in here? Y'all still in here? Y'all still with me? Put a comment up if you're still with me. Use affirmations and begin living the rich life in your mind. In my adult life, I've used a special tool for bringing about the abundance, prosperity, financial wealth, spiritual growth, and business opportunity I desire. The tool is called affirmations. Affirmations. Another person I know, side note, since we're speaking about affirmations, check out Anaj the Dragon, the Positive Dragon podcast. The Positive Dragon podcast on anywhere that you get podcasts. The Positive Dragon podcast, literally every morning, I want to say 7 a.m. Eastern time, she uploads affirmations, and they're usually no more. The ones I've done have been like between 10 and 25-ish minutes. And she's literally giving you affirmations. She's stating the affirmations for you to repeat. She states each affirmation 3 times. And then there are days that she does different things like conscious call to action thing and gives you a quote of the day and stuff like that. But go up there I do Spotify. You can go on the podcast app, the Positive Dragon podcast. If you are struggling with creating affirmations, and Lisa's going to help us too. But if you're struggling with affirmations, the Positive Dragon podcast is where you can get some that are easy peasy, already ready for you to do early in the morning. First thing, open up the app when you wake up. Boom, it's there. Okay, sorry. The tool is called affirmations. Brief, vividly clear word pictures written as statements I can recite over and over again that affirm my future desires as if they're already so. Too often, we bombard ourselves with negative thoughts, even saying these thoughts out loud to ourselves and other people. We say things like, that's not possible for me. There's no way they would say yes to me. I can't do that. I'll never find true love. Life's hard for someone like me. If you only knew what I've been through, then you'll know why it's so hard for a person like me. These are powerful messages because words mean things. Unfortunately, our unconscious mind takes in these repeated messages and then causes us to take the actions that will deliver these results to us over and over again. We actually recreate disappointing experiences in our life by repeatedly thinking thoughts of failure, by holding harmful beliefs about ourselves, and by telling the same negative stories to ourselves and others. But what if you changed your thoughts, beliefs, and stories to more positive statements that also have the power to activate your unconscious mind? And what if you repeated those positive statements over and over again? Affirmations are positive statements I can repeat not only to affirm the person I am, but to also affirm the person I'm becoming. They're critical to cementing my knowing and sending my declarations out to the universe. They are foundational to my future. They're foundational to my future. Affirmations, sorry, I always get lost whenever I get too into it. Affirmations can begin with the words, I am. The most powerful phrase you can use to trigger your unconscious mind to achieve your goals. I am. If Jaleese is in here, we were just having a conversation about that recently, about I am being such a powerful phrase. Whatever follows the words I am is true for your unconscious mind. Whatever follows the words I am is true for your unconscious mind. Whatever follows the words I am, I'm saying that again. Whatever follows the words I am is true for your unconscious mind. If you're just joining us, we're reading Abundance Now by Lisa Nichols. If you're just joining us, we're reading Abundance Now by Lisa Nichols. Okay? In the same way that guided visualizations trick the brain into living our abundant life future in our mind's eye, affirmations are another tool to focus the mind on our positive future. When we recite our affirmations several times a day, the mind cannot tell the difference between our real life and the imaginary life our affirmations describe. So long as the word pictures are compelling and emotionally charged enough, so long as the word pictures are compelling and emotionally charged enough. For instance, if you say, I am brilliant, that's true to your unconscious mind. If you say, on the other hand, I am lazy, that's also true. Whatever you speak about your unconscious mind, whatever you speak using your unconscious mind, I'm messing that up. Whatever you speak using your conscious mind, your unconscious mind will absorb it and strike to make it come true. We talked earlier about cognitive dissonance and how your mind will move heaven and earth to resolve the conflict between your actual circumstances and the exciting new pictures you introduce to your mind. Well, affirmations or word pictures are no different. Whether they are positive, compelling verbal statements or damaging negative self-talk, your brain will work to bring these affirmations about in real life. Affirmations are just one more tool. How to write an affirmation. Y'all still with me? How to write an affirmation. When you develop your goals in the 12 areas we discussed in chapter 1, and if you missed chapter 1, go back to the playback. My videos, the videos are on my page. When you develop your goals in the 12 areas we discussed in chapter 1, it's imperative, as I mentioned, to be specific. State how much and by when. Decide on the smaller incremental targets you'll hit on your way to achieving bigger goals. Then write down your goals and review them daily. Why did I urge you to be specific? Be specific, compelling, and detailed. Because specific, compelling, and detailed goals can easily be turned into powerful, specific affirmations. When you add emotion to the wording of your goals, such as, I am joyfully opening the doors to my new business, or I am proudly writing the check to pay off my mortgage, then envision them as already complete. Your unconscious mind will fast track the attainment of these goals by the date and in the manner you've written them. Be sure to speak to what you want to create, not what you're trying to avoid. Be sure to speak to what you want to create and not what you're trying to avoid. Hey, how you doing? We are reading Abundance Now by Lisa Nichols. Welcome in. Welcome in. We're reading Abundance Now by Lisa Nichols. An incorrect affirmation would be, I am not going to fail the exam. That's not affirming a positive outcome. A better affirmation would be, I am confidently answering the questions on the certification exam and achieving a passing score with ease. Affirmations are not lengthy, 3 to 5 lines long at the most. They are clear, concise, and powerful. You can write your own affirmations or look for the many collections available online. Again, one collection that's available online is the Positive Dragon Podcast. When I discovered an affirmation I like, I often customize it for my own circumstances so that it has the opportunity to seep in at a cellular level. I'll rewrite others that I find useful. I customize them not because I'm a writer or because I'm a coach, but because I know what I want and where I'm aspiring to go. The value in writing your own affirmation is that it becomes even more powerful than the superbly written ones you find out there. How to use affirmations. Aside from reciting your affirmations before you go to bed and the moment you wake up in the morning, you can post them in those physical spaces of your life so that when your mind is in that particular zone, an affirmation there speaks to your future. When I was in my self-restoration period, rescuing myself from depression, guilt, and blame after breaking off my engagement, I wrote affirmations that spoke to my value. I wrote affirmations that affirmed, I am beautiful, I am worthy, I am loving. I posted them on my bathroom mirror so that these statements that reflected my inner beauty and outer beauty greeted me whenever I looked in the mirror. At the same time, I was coming out of that abusive relationship. I posted on my headboard, I deserve healthy love. I deserve to be honored and respected because that's the energy that I wanted in my bedroom. Okay, period. Sorry, not really. Because that's the energy I wanted in my bedroom. On my refrigerator, I posted, my body is a temple given to me to live out my life's purpose, to remind me that my body is a gift and I have a responsibility to it as I open the refrigerator. And on the back of the front door, I posted, I am ready to serve the world. I hope the world is ready for me. Though it's been 17 years since I've used those affirmations, they still ring clear in my mind because they were the affirmations that spoke life back into my soul. Just as I found benefit from affirmations, your personal affirmations will operate like a mantra in your life. They're designed to be something your mind naturally defaults to when the road gets rocky or you hit a speed bump. And here's some, you have your notebooks and everything on you. Here's some affirmations to get you started that she's giving us, okay? In the area of your love relationship, and these go into those 12 areas of your life that we talked about in chapter 1. So, notes all the time. Your love relationship. Here's some affirmations just to get you started if you don't have any right now. So in your love relationship, here's one. I am designing and experiencing a loving, fulfilling relationship that will get better by the day. I am open and ready to receiving and experiencing a loving, fulfilling relationship that will get better by the day. Okay? Y'all got that? Y'all got that? All right. The next one is for family relationships. I am bringing value to my family. Within our imperfections, we share the perfect love. I am bringing value to my family. Within our imperfections, we share the perfect love. For your peers and social circles, I am accepted by my friends for who I am. Our love is unconditional, nurturing, and free of charge. Okay. Okay. The next one is for mentors and advisors. I am worth the investment that others place in me. I am a good teacher because I am a phenomenal student. Ooh, I like that one. I like that one a lot. Career or business. I am effortlessly growing my career and company as a result of my consistency, my determination, and my ability to bounce back from setbacks. The next one is income or revenue. That's the one I'm probably going to write down and say all the time. I am growing my income exponentially. Money loves me because I am a good steward of my earnings. I have an extremely healthy relationship with money. Therefore, it keeps flowing in my direction. For investments and legacy, my efforts and diligent work today create financial freedom for generations to come. I am able to shift the trajectory of my family's life through my decisions today. If you're just now joining us, we are doing the affirmations from Lisa Nichols' Abundance Now. Affirmations to get you started so that you can create your own affirmations. Philanthropy and service. My contributions help transform humanity. I am making a significant impact on the planet with my service. My life leaves an impression of service and responsibility. For physical rewards, I drive a beautiful car, live in a breathtaking sanctuary, travel the world, and live first class because I've earned it. For playtime, my life is full of mind-blowing, explosive experiences that bring me immense joy and shape the best memories anyone could possibly have. For spiritual awareness, I always remain connected to my source. God uses me daily, hourly, minute by minute. I live in the grace and ease of following my ordered steps. I am always covered in love and protection. And for your physical body, this is the last one. I love my physical body. Even as I continue to shape and strengthen it, I am grateful for the journey that it has taken me on. I honor where I am, and I honor where my body will take me. Oh, I like that one a lot. I like that one a lot. Because honestly, like I love the body positivity movement. I still feel like though there's a lot of pressure for people to be more concerned with the body that they want to have rather than the one that they have. So I'll read that one again. I love my physical body, even as I continue to shape and strengthen it. I am grateful for the journey that it has taken me on. I honor where I am, and I honor where my body will take me. That's beautiful. Once you've customized the above affirmations for your own life, you can move on to begin developing the personal skill set you'll need to think and affirm on a whole new level. So we're going to go into this next section. The next section is called the personal skill set for today's abundant thinker. Okay. How are we doing on time? Good. Started a little behind today, but we're good. Before I go into this next section, y'all, I have to figure out this lighting because it's bothering the heck out of me. Like my face looks so washed out on Facebook. So I'm going to try to figure. That's a little bit better. That's clear. It's not as warm as I like it to be, but it's clear. Okay, so the next section is called the personal skill set for today's abundant thinker. What characteristics or skills do you need to be an abundant thinker? Someone who constantly looks for opportunity, always attracts good things to yourself, and always thinks and acts abundantly. What's the personal skill set you need to develop in order to respond to life's opportunities and challenges like highly successful, financially prosperous, and spiritually evolved people do? Excuse me, that's so gross. Over the years, I've developed my own checklist. So, more writing. First check, be creative. Be willing to see opportunities that don't appear exactly as you had planned them. But that could be stunning opportunities when you add your own elements. Be willing to see opportunities that don't appear exactly as you had planned them, but that could be stunning opportunities when you add your own elements. That's the first check. Check number 2. Be in alignment with your relationships. The moment you achieve alignment in your relationship with yourself, with your money, with others, and with your business is the moment your abundant thinking will kick into high gear. What do you require of yourself? And what do you require from your money, peers, and business? Do you keep your commitments in these 4 areas? Do you complain? Do you say no for the same reasons in all 4 areas and mean it when you need to? Do your business, your linked peers, and your own actions allow for time off? Do you require your business to pay you a paycheck? Do you see money as a tool or an end goal? Do you have to work for your money and relationships, or do they come effortlessly to you in the same way that the other areas of your life are effortless? To be at the same place in these 4 areas means your life flows with harmony, grace, and ease. The next check is be willing to go beyond average. Abundant thinkers don't stop when the 5 o'clock bell rings. They stop when the job is done. While average people are watching the clock, abundant thinkers are focused on what it will take to achieve the outcome they want, regardless of what's required. Abundant thinkers do things that are uncomfortable. Learning new skills, calling powerful people, asking for help, making mistakes. They go above and beyond day after day after day until it becomes a habit. I want to make a note on that. Don't kill yourself for these jobs, though. Don't kill yourself for these jobs. Don't kill yourself for a place that if you died today or died tomorrow, they're gonna replace you without a thought in their mind. Don't kill yourself for them. Ain't nothing wrong with going above and beyond. There's nothing wrong with setting a higher standard and being and living a higher standard than other people. But don't give so much to your job that you lose yourself and you lose your own life. And I'm saying that from my own experience. I'm currently unemployed, but part of that is because of the fact that it was just like I was killing myself. Y'all, my schedule was from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. My schedule was from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. There were Fridays I was at work until 9 p.m. for people that didn't give a single solitary about me staying there. Right. Don't. And I'm saying this for people that are in careers that, and no job outside of your own business should consume you that much. However, especially if you're not working in your field, there are no brownie points for going above and beyond. There's overtime pay, maybe, because let me tell you about like the gag of my previous job. I worked on commission, but the compensation plan that we had at the time, by the time I got to the level I was at, the position that I was at, by the time I left, I was not going to be making commission. The commission that I earned would be going to the company, not me, because I basically would have been in training so that I could be the next level or whatever. Me working overtime because of the fact that there was still commission being earned under me. Because when you start working commission, overtime changes the same way that when you work for tips, that pay changes. So overtime, once I started making commission or earning commission, went from time and a half to half time. So I was getting paid half of my standard pay per hour to stay until 9 o'clock on a freaking Friday night when I could have been out with my friends, when I could have been downtown when the world was open. I was spending all of my time. I was going to work on my days off to make sales. I admire my dedication that I had at the time, and I had something to prove to myself, which was most of the reason why I did it, because I had something to prove to myself that I could do it, that I could be that boss career bitch that I wanted to be. Excuse my language, but not really, because I'm grown. I wanted to prove something to myself, but I wanted to prove something to myself, but it wasn't worth it. I lost so much time. So if you are going above and beyond, make sure it's for a purpose. Make sure that you're going above and beyond for your benefit, yours and yours alone, when it comes to these jobs. If it's not going to benefit you to go above and beyond, charge to the game, let it fly, because they'll be all right. They will be all right. Okay? Especially especially for y'all that are on salary. For y'all that are on salary and they be like, oh, you got to work a minimum of 50 hours and all that stuff. And really, really, y'all, again, for my astrology girls and my spiritual girls and stuff like that, there's a video I posted on my page. And you'll see it, because I say everybody needs to watch this on it. I posted it today on my Facebook page if y'all are watching over here. And all that about to be dead. All of that, like, work, the way that we are, the way that the millennials are, where we leave in these jobs before they kill us, where we are no longer accepting, the bare minimum, where the mindset is shifting. The mindset is shifting, and a lot of the old ways are falling off, and that is one of those ways. That's one of those things. The idea that capitalism, don't I ain't even gonna go there. Not even gonna go there today, y'all, because I have a lot of issues with capitalism. However, the unfortunate part about living in the society that we live in, is that in order to survive, we have to use capitalism and we have to participate in that BS. So I have to say stuff like money comes to me easily and manifest as much money as possible and get as much money as possible. And those things, I have to be abundant and strive for abundance in order to survive. Don't like that. I do not like that. But here we are. We live in a capitalistic society. We live in capitalism. So how we gonna finesse it? How we gonna finesse it and make it work for us? Because I'm not looking to stay in a capitalist society. However, we currently live in one. There are things that, one thing that my partner and I talk about often is the conversation of how things should be versus how they are. And there is a way to be aware of how things are, understanding how things are, not necessarily accepting them, but understanding how things are and operating and kind of, I'll even go so far to say complying with how things are, but always keeping in mind how things should be. And even though you're existing in how things currently are, it's like your goals, your movements, your intentions should be going towards how things should be. Yes. Should be going towards how things should be. You can apply that to class, race, gender, sexuality. You can apply that across the board. You know, there are a way that things currently are, and there's absolutely a way that how they should be, and there's always going to be a how they should be, because we're constantly growing, evolving, and expanding. So, what time is it? All right. So, you know, be willing to go beyond average. That is not wrong. Be selective and have discernment of who and what you go above and beyond for. And make sure that it's for you and your benefit and to further your goals. And if it does not serve you, if it's not going to serve you in any way, let somebody else be the hero. Okay. And the next one is, next check. Be comfortable moving your limit line. In everyone's life, there's a limit to how far they will typically go outside of their normal routine or comfort zone. When you go past that line, such as negotiating an important business deal, or writing a best-selling book, or becoming a board member with your trade association, you've gone outside your limit line. You've gone outside your limit line. I don't want that to go dead. Abundant thinkers, on the other hand, strive to move their limit lines forward. This allows them to make decisions based on an expanded field of opportunity and capability. By moving their limit lines, abundant thinkers have more money to work with, bigger opportunities to select from, and fewer either-or choices they have to make. They decide what kind of life they want and then think 3, 5, even 10 years ahead about the world they want to play in. They plan on operating with future limit lines that have become virtually limitless. Mediocre thinkers, on the other hand, stay safely behind their limit lines. While they may venture outside this continuum, they're fearful and may even be punished for doing so. So, I mean, that was pretty clear. That was pretty clear, you know. Don't limit yourself. Like, the sky is not the limit. There's a whole universe beyond the sky. So, you know, your limit line can grow and move. Be focused on raising the top line, not preserving the bottom line. The next check is, be focused on raising the top line and not preserving the bottom line. Abundant thinkers are focused on expansion, expanding people, joy, abundance, revenue, and opportunity, instead of constantly cutting expenses, which employs scarcity thinking. They use expansion thinking to constantly increase ways to earn, serve, love, and create. Scarcity thinkers, on the other hand, hold on tight. So, okay. I'm sure that she'll expand and talk about that a little bit more later on, but, you know, don't think about, when you're trying to achieve something, don't think about I'm guessing she's saying, what I'm seeing is that she's saying, you know, don't cut things for the money. Freaking think bigger. Think bigger than what you were thinking. Get creative. Next check. Be aware of your spending, but focused on your earning. Okay. Every week, I spend 1 hour with my CFO going over expenses, then spend another 30 hours working with the rest of my team to create bigger revenues. While I'm aware of what's being spent and how we're saving on costs, and in fact, am responsible for it, I put my, excuse me, y'all. I put my real energy into growing our top line revenues. That heartburn is disrespecting me today. I put my real energy into growing our top line revenues. It says that it said that you get what you focus on. Energy grows where energy flows. Okay. Another check. Fail forward. Abundant thinkers look for the lessons in any situation where they didn't get the outcome they wanted. They fail, but they also move forward with greater clarity and better answers on how to maximize the next great idea. Kind of like when Black people fall, and we fall and like we might trip and fall, but we kind of do that run forward to make it not look like we're falling. Fail forward. You fall, you trip a little bit. Don't sit there on the ground and lay there and be like, I've fallen and I can't get up. No, F that. Do a little jog and keep moving forward. All right. that little I failed jog. Keep moving. And the last check, and this is gonna be the last one before we get up out of here, y'all. The last check in this checklist. Always make decisions in accordance with your highest values. Even when a decision is costly, gosh, I can't read today. Even when a decision is costly, unpopular, or difficult, abundant thinkers always consider their highest values before deciding. What values are common among abundant thinkers? Integrity of action, quality of output, protection of people, and preservation of relationships, just to name a few. What about your integrity? What about your morals? What about your values? I'm sorry, that made me think. Whenever I think about integrity and stuff like that, I think about Erica Dixon from Love and Hip Hop. But that's basically what that's saying. Whenever you're making a decision, think about, what about your integrity? What about your morals? What about your values? You know, do the things everything that you're doing should line up with your integrity. Every decision you're making should line up with who your values and where you stand. Yeah, they should. And I do my best to make sure that my decisions are decisions I make with integrity. Integrity is one of my favorite words and is one of the most important values to me, because if you're living with integrity, you can't be checked. You can't be checked if you're living with integrity. I mean, people can comment and critique, but you'll never be able to say, oh, Taylor cheated this person. Oh, Taylor was not, honest with this person. And I'm saying, I ain't talking about 2011 Taylor. I'm talking about 2020 Taylor. Whoever you were before 2020, that's erased. And come Monday, it's all erased. Fresh start, new slate. But when you're making decisions, it's like, cover your ass. Cover your ass. I mean, and that's real. Like, you make decisions and you move in a way that if anybody ever, a quote, if anybody ever tries to come and say, well, you were doing this, and it wasn't honest, or you cheated me, or you did this, or you did that. No, be transparent and move with integrity. Keep people informed about the steps that you're making when it comes to things that you're working with them. And do that, because you don't ever want to be caught up because it's always, it's like all that should be snowballing. And you know what, I'm using the language that I use whenever I talk, because you know what, this is Miss Taylor Said, and this is what I'm saying. That shit catches up to you. It truly does. It's like you tell a lie and you gonna have to tell another, like, the story. You gonna have to tell another lie to keep up with that lie, and you gonna have to do this to sneak and move in this way or whatever. And it's like, if you're not moving with integrity, and I had to learn that. And honestly, I learned a lot of lessons when I was working as a travel agent, because I worked with people that didn't move with integrity. I worked with people that were okay with stealing clients and being shady and stuff like that. And it became, because people were, striving and trying to get money. And I think that's a lot of my issue with capitalism, and why I've hesitated and why I've hesitated on trying to acquire a lot of money or pursuing the accumulation of a lot of income or whatever, because it's like, it always feels so dirty, and it feels like you have to do shady shit in order to make money. It's like you have to do that in order to succeed. And I don't want to, if I got to be shady, if I got to lose my integrity, if I have to lose my morals, if I have to lose my values, if I have to cheat people, if I have to scam people, if I have to do stuff like that in order to succeed and be successful and get where I want to go, I don't want it. I'd rather die. I'd rather not starve. I'd rather starve. I'd rather go without than have to compromise my values and my integrity in order to get the things that I want in life. Because I promise you, it will come back to you. It will come back. If you move in a shady way, it's going to come back. And you're going to have to deal with that. You're going to have to deal with the people that you've wronged. You're going to have to, yes, rather make honest money than shady money. Now, listen, I'm not saying that I'm not associating honest money with or moral accumulation of money with things like sex work and selling drugs and stuff like that. I'm not. People can do sex work and sell and sell drugs and stuff like that with integrity. They can, because those people offer a need or a service that other people want to consume and buy. So, let's be very, very clear. We are very, in MissTaylorSaid world, we are very pro-ho. We are pro-sex work. We are pro that kind of stuff. Because them people are just doing their job. All right. But when you start moving without integrity, when you start doing shady things in order to get your money, like, I don't know, drugging somebody in order to get their money after sex worker. I don't know. I don't freaking know. I don't know about what goes on in sex work. I ain't about to sit here and try to make up analogies and stuff, because I don't be knowing. I'm not a part of that. But yes, Other Side of the Game. I know the song, but I can't think of the lyrics right now. But it's just like, just because people do that does not mean that they're not moving with integrity. Anyway, the point of what I'm saying is that make sure that your values line up with what you're doing, so that no one can ever say that you went against your morals and your values, that you went against your integrity. I know, right. My good sis did that one time, and then, not my good sis, not my sister in real life, but, a celebrity talked about that one time a few years ago. Anyway, okay, so let's go back before we get out of here and go through this checklist. I'm going to go through the titles again. So, personal skill set for today's abundant thinkers. Checklist: be creative. Be in alignment with your relationships. Be willing to go beyond average. Side note, for things for your benefit and serving, okay? Be comfortable moving your limit line. Be focused on raising the top line, not preserving the bottom line. Be aware of your spending, but focused on your earning. Fail forward, and always make decisions in accordance with your highest values. Y'all, I got a lot more reading done today than I normally do. And I'm excited to move into the next section of this chapter. And we're getting a little bit closer to the end of chapter 2. We're doing pretty good, y'all, because look, this is how much we've read right here. This is how much more we have to go. Let's see. Let me look at some of these comments. I don't have any comments on Instagram because nobody love me on Instagram, and that's fine. I meant honest money as in not lying and deceiving to get ahead. I wasn't trying to shame sex work. No. I wasn't thinking that. I didn't think that you were trying to shame sex work, but I thought it came up and it popped up in my mind, and I wanted to make it clear to anybody that might watch this or might be watching this and think that when I say make your money with integrity and all that stuff, that I'm not including those that, do sex work or sell drugs and stuff like that. So, listen, capitalism put people in a tough spot. So, if you see somebody doing what they need to do, mind your business. Mind your business. Mind the business that pays you. And guess what? The business that pays you should be what you're focused on. What you're focused on, because we're doing abundance. All right? All right, y'all. If there is nothing else, We're going to go ahead and get up out of here. Every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 6 p.m. we are reading with Miss Taylor Said. Monday through Thursday at 6 p.m. we're reading with Miss Taylor Said. If you missed today's episode or you're just coming in, the playback is going to be posted. And I will see y'all tomorrow at 6. I hope y'all have a great night. Bye.